Hi, everybody. Aaron Stark here. Welcome to The Way Out is Through, episode 8. It is part 8 of my daily series of thoughts, ideas, reflections about the things that have kept me going each day. So, today it's going to be about the power of truth. I wrote a simple Facebook post like a little over a year ago, the day after the Parkland thing happened. I wrote a Facebook post about how I was almost a school shooter and how we just needed to show people love. I didn't write it for public consumption. I just wrote it for my family. That caught attention. It got Facebook viral. So got like the regular 40, 50,000 views and likes and shares. And then my wife was like, hey, you should send this to Kyle Clark, the Channel 9 news reporter that we watch every day. He might like it. So, not thinking I'd get a response, I sent it to him over Twitter, and it did get a response. They sent a team to my house, and that video blew up really huge. We got like 17 million views on Facebook, which isn't really that much if you think about it, because that counts everybody scrolling and viewing it, but that's still a lot of people viewing it. 17 million's a lot. And so that, and you can find that video also on my channel. That's the one with me just sitting and reading in the hallway. So, yeah, that was pretty fun. Then that caught a lot of attention. I got invited to write my own article for the Washington Post. I wrote about how I would have been a school shooter if I hadn't had love and support. It was more of a full explanation of my story. And I had some people reaching out to me to support, and then I got hit with the response of thousands upon thousands of people messaging me. And still to this day, I get them. It's not nearly as frequent. It's not the 10, 50 a day that I would have before, but 10 to 50, I know that's quite a range. It's I'd say it's about 40 to 50 a day I would get before. But now it's probably 3 or 4 a week, I would say, that I get of people brand new who just have found me from all over the world. But that we're now up to 40, 50,000 messages. And it's not just the, hey, that's cool, or hey, that's a really fun story. It's, hey, that's cool, and by the way, here's all of my pain. Here's everything about me that I thought that I want to tell you, and here's my entire story. And I don't take this honor lightly. People come to me with everything, and it just blows me away. So just so you know, if you're one of those people who have come to me with something, I treasure it. So, but then I decided to apply for a TED Talk. And because if someone suggested it to me, honestly, one of the people who had been supporting me sent me a link and said, hey, you might want to do this. And so I'm like, hey, sure, I could probably be a public speaker. So I signed on to do that. That is still going, and view count, that's up to just crossed 7.5 million views today on the TED Talk video. And that has opened up so many doors that were shut to me before. Being able to speak at events and for organizations. I spoke at Catholic Charities. I'll have that video up on my channel soon. Again, I've told you about that I'm coming to speak at the school. Now, why am I going through all this list of things I've done? Because I've talked about this before. Because the biggest, most powerful thing about it is that part that I was telling you, people coming to me with their stories. I've said a lot during this that I didn't really have any fear. The stuff I was doing, the thing I've been talking about, that's what I've been talking about with my family for a long time. No one really knew the full details till I came out with my story about this. But everybody knew that I had a lot of pain. Everybody knew I was very depressed. Everybody knew about my hellish family growing up and all the stuff I went through with my mom. And so that stuff, I wasn't afraid about talking about any of that. I frankly don't think I've been afraid about talking about any of it because of a strange thing where I don't really have the ability to get embarrassed. I think I spent so long hating myself and making fun of myself that I don't really have the ability to get embarrassed anymore. Like, people would make fun of me, and I would always have a better insult than they ever would. You can't make a fat joke about me. I got 5 fat jokes better than your fat joke. And so because of that, I just lost the ability to care what anybody thinks. And at first it was really kind of sad that I stopped caring what anybody thought, because I started looking at it more destructively. But after a bit, I looked at it like it was really liberating. Like I just didn't have to care what people think. I could really be me. And I didn't fully realize what that meant until I was in my late 30s, or mid 30s. But that's when I met my wife. I finally decided to just be me, not try to go out and find someone, just act like myself, and I found the best person possible. This whole adventure here, I'm just being me, and I'm talking about my past. I'm fully open up and honest about everything. I'm like a walking Ask Me Anything from Reddit. Like, you could literally ask me any question. Nothing is too personal. There's nothing off limits. And people do all the time. If you're curious about anything, depression, suicide, what bands I listen to, what kind of science I'm talking, like I talk about everything. But when people, because of this, I didn't have any fear when I talked about it. Like, I don't have any fear talking to reporters, and I don't have any fear talking to, in 5 days, I'm going to be speaking at Westminster High School here in Denver, and I'm going to be talking to the entire student body. And I'm nervous about that because my kids go there and I want to make sure it's a good speech, but I'm not scared of it. There's no fear involved. Like, what's going to happen? They're going to ridicule me? No one's going to ridicule me. I'll be all right. And even if they do, I'm pretty impervious to insults right now. I've lost almost 200 pounds, a little over 200 pounds in the last 2 years from my weight loss surgery, so you can't make a fat joke about me. And I now went from hating myself and staying at home to leading a global positivity movement, so you can't really hate on me at all. So, but anyway, so I don't have any fear. The power, in my opinion, comes from the people who actually do have fear, who talk to me and they are facing up to their fears, and they're facing doing something that could cost them their lives. Like someone I spoke to that was afraid that they were severely abused when they were young, and they might have abused someone else when they were young too. And does that make them the villain? If you're a kid and you're forced by someone else to abuse someone else, does that make you the bad guy? I don't think so. Honestly, I think that the adult in that situation is the monster, not the kid. I think the kid's a victim. But anyway, that kind of power, that kind of opening up, breaking down the walls that are there. The walls don't even exist. The barriers don't exist. I get message. I've gotten in the last 3 days. I don't know why it's picked up again with speed for it, but in the last couple of days, I've gotten messages from all over the world: Greece, Italy, Pakistan, New Zealand. I did a post on Facebook about where's all my friends from, and it's literally, you could throw a dart at a map and probably hit somewhere where I have a friend there. And that shows that it crosses all those cultural boundaries, crosses all those philosophical boundaries, all the boundaries of religion, anything that's keeping us separate, anything, it doesn't matter if you're liberal or Republican, atheist, Christian, Catholic, Baptist. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where you came from. Doesn't matter if you grew up in a hut or if you grew up in a mansion. Doesn't matter if you grew up on a dirt road or with a Lamborghini in your driveway. It doesn't matter. Everybody has these same feelings of pain. Everybody has the same shared sense of loneliness and despair. And it's sad that that's the thing that is connecting all of us. But it is connecting all of us. And I think if we address it, maybe we can use other things to connect us. Maybe we can look at the positives that connect us, like the fact that we all have fantastic food that we like. The fact that we all have some form of art and some form of culture that we really loved and want to share with others. The fact that we all walk around and breathe air. The fact that we all put on shoes and put on clothes. The fact that we all go to the bathroom. There's a lot of things that unite us. So, anyway, the power of speaking your truth. Come out and talk, because I inspired thousands upon thousands of people to come out to me and talk about the thing that they were afraid of the most. And I didn't have any fear. What could they inspire when they come out and talk publicly? What could you inspire? What can you do to push to the next phase and make sure that the next people have all the truth that they need? Who can you inspire to push forward next? We're in this together. Like I say all the time, remember, you are not alone. Thank you. Like and subscribe down below. I appreciate all your support. So, love you all. Thank you all. We're not alone.